And a half?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, how many did you cancel?
None.
Why?
Hi, it's Melissa again. So today is gonna be a fictional. Get ready with me because we are all a little bit delusional. Okay, we are gonna go dine and wine at the bear. Yes, you heard me right. So I had finished season 5, which honestly I think they should do more promotion because I feel like a lot of people don't know it. I somehow randomly came across, like, not like through ads. You know how, like, for example, like Netflix, when they put out a new show, you would see tons of their advertisement, but like this time for the bear season 5 I did not see at all. Anywho, but I still found my way back. Me and the bear have this odd relationship. Like sometimes I will stop because the show is like quite intense. I just like it give me anxiety. I will just stop, but I will always come back to it. And I never realized why, but I had some conclusion, which I will talk about later. But right now, I'm gonna explain my look for today because we are gonna go to the bear and have dinner together, right? So, the new version of the bear, the restaurant version, is quite. It's very modern, of course, and it's a very chill vibe because the table they are wooden, and then the wall they are also, I think it's like dark wood on the wall. They might be a wallpaper or something, but the overall vibe is very chill. What I mean by chill is because, like, it's not that kind of Nobu fancy LA restaurant. It's not that kind of restaurant you showed up with your Chanel or Hermes bag, with your pretty Fashion Nova set, Instagram vibe. It's not really like that. It's definitely still a very family style restaurant. I can tell by the interior design itself. If I did not watch the show, I only see the picture of the restaurant. That's what I would think. I would probably, well, I think I am I getting on point? Yes, I think so. Anywho, so that's why I picked a very simple white lace top, with my low rise jeans. And the reason why I picked low rise jeans is because, we're gonna get a full belly. We're gonna get feet, right? So I'm not gonna wear a high rise tight pants to a restaurant. You know, we're gonna choose comfortable and cutesy, okay? Because my like outfit is like so plain and so like simple, I want something different. I don't want just a black eyeliner, hence why I have this shimmery eyeshadow on my eyes. We always love some sparkly stuff. If you want to close up, I'm not sure whether the video is like close enough for you to see my eye look, but I also have like YouTube shorts and TikTok or Instagram. I will post pictures. If you want a close up picture, you can go see. It will be the same name as, all my social media have the same name. Yeah, so basically that's the, outfit that I'm going for. And plus, we gonna go eat. I don't want my hair to get in the way, so I'm just gonna, tie my hair in a bun to have like a fresh look. I'm not sure what temperature it will be right now in Chicago, but I'm assuming summertime should be somewhat kind of hot, right? Anywho, excuse me, I never been to Chicago, so I don't know anything. So moving on to the point, I'm talking about my weird relationship with this show. All right, here, all right, buckled up. We're gonna get personal, and I need to take a sip of my wine to calm down. Ooh, we're sounding bougie. Yes, I have a wine glass next to me. So, it's a girl night. We are chatting, all right? So there's 2 points I want to talk about. So the first point is, why do those damaged people, damaged character so attractive? As I mentioned, this show gave me anxiety. Like the way that they communicate is just, and they work together. They have to be together every single day in order to, make money or whatever. Like, it's so stressful. If it's me, if I work there, I don't know, probably like 2 months in, I will submit my, you know, resign letter. Okay? But I want to say, well, here's the actual part. We're going to get personal. So I grew up in a lousy family. We are loud, literally loud. What I mean by that is, like, even though sometimes we communicated, we meant well, but like sometimes the way that we speak, it just, we need some communication skill. It's because I think it's because my grandpa like that, and then, like, generation trauma or whatever. We are all trying to get better, but we are trying. We still have like all those like intense arguing moments still. Not to mention, I like still living with my parents. You know the drill. If you live with your parent as an adult, you know the drill. All right. I love my family, but sometimes I'm not gonna talk about the main character. I mean, all of them, I think they are main characters, but I'm not gonna talk about chefs. We're gonna talk about someone is so special to me at the final season, which is Richie. So this character, a few seasons back, I don't feel anything, related to him or whatsoever. But I know like he exists. But this season 5, I actually saw him. I saw him as a character. I saw, like, especially when he started to do the technique where it's like, okay, like rub your hands, stay in present, like count the 5 items that you can see right now. That's like a new skill I learned recently. I had watched a psychology's YouTube video, and she was talking about how to deal with, emotions. And she was talking about this technique. And I was like, whoa. To think a few seasons back, everything like about this character just makes sense. All right? Like, something about him that's so attractive. What I mean is not like romantic attractive or whatever. What I mean is like him as a human who is trying to live his life is just so attractive. That kind of positive energy, even though although he don't act like that, like he is not that kind of smiley face all the time positive, but he is always trying. He is trying to be better, to get better, which is like so heartwarming. I sometimes consider we as a human as a product from a factory. Sometimes you are in this factory line and some product just like goes well and then go on the shelf, and some product just like has a little bit of like damage, so you go on the separate line, you go to some warehouse or disposal area or whatever, you know so I consider humans are like that too, and most of the character in the bear, they are they are damaged good, which is why I feel like that's why we have like me and the show have this weird connection, is because I am somewhat attractive to this damaged good because I see me in them. The second point I want to talk about is what made people keep coming back to that, intense environment. I'm not just talking about a show. I'm talking about in life in general. Like when life gets hard, what you gonna do, right? what keeps you alive. I feel like every character in the show me something. Even though their life are messy and hard, but they still wake up every morning trying to fight for themselves, fight for the community, fight for their purpose in life. It's so inspiring. Let me tell you, after I watched season 5, I was like, whoa, okay. I feel like I am just like a human being again, because not everyone can go through life in the most perfect way. But hey, are we gonna give up? No. Every minute counts. Every step counts. Alright, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of chit chatting. See you next time.